know, everything I have in life, I owe to bodybuilding. You know, bodybuilding taught me there's no substitute for hard work, period.
Yeah.
If you want something, you can have anything you want if you want to work for it, but ain't nobody gonna give you a damn thing for free. You know, you wake up in the morning, you're dead tired, you're sore, you don't want to go to the gym, but you want to win, right? So if you don't go, somebody else is gonna go. Then you get your ass out of bed and you go anyway and you give 100%. It's just self-discipline. You make yourself do it. And just because you want to do something doesn't mean you need to do something. You know, and if you want to achieve something really great, then you're going to have a lot of sacrifices that you make to get there, and that means you got to have self-discipline.
One time in my life I felt that. What was my purpose? And sometimes you graduate out of high school, you look for that job, you look for that career, college, the degree, you still question, is this my purpose?
That was all I did. I trained, I ate, I sleep, I studied. It's just all my mental focus was like lasered on that thing that I was doing, nothing else. I wouldn't go to the movies, I wouldn't go to dinner if I got home after 11 because I got to be in bed at 11. That was, you know, that was the regime that I lived for many years, and that's why I was able to beat other people that maybe could be argued they were more gifted than me, but they weren't willing to do that. So that's what it's all about.
The path that I've walked has always been against the grain, I guess you could say. I wasn't about to mold myself into what everybody else thinks is socially acceptable or the norm is. That's not really living. If you're not living in a way that you wake up every day and you're completely happy, how are you living? I believe in having no regrets. Just go hard, go home. That's been my way of life. If you're gonna do it, go all the way. You know, don't bother. Bodybuilding was all enough. It's do or die.
Everything counts. The amount of sleep I get, the amount of protein I intake, the amount of weights I lift, the amount of cardio, everything matters. So I don't leave any stone unturned. I'm actually competing against myself. I know I have to be better than I was. And as long as I improve, I'm actually winning. I'm winning my personal game. I'm confident in my abilities and I'm confident into where my mind is and where I want to go.
Six, 7 times a day. I was eating upwards to 4 pounds of meat a day pretty consistently. And, you know, it was just every 2 hours like clockwork. I never was the most genetically gifted guy on that Olympic stage, but I trained my ass off, and I knew how to diet. I was always on track with everything. I mean, everything was structured. I lived in a fucking box in order to be the best, meaning I had no outside. People would call me with their problems, I'd hang up. The phones were off. Don't bother me with negative shit.
about the center, your center, your purpose. One question that I always ask myself, even I would always ask myself, is your purpose. What's your purpose for living? Do you know your purpose? What you're created to do? Do you know what that is? A lot of people live their entire lives not knowing. An entire lifetime not being happy because they feel as though they're not fulfilling their purpose. One time in my life I felt that. What was my purpose?
Smile. Smile is not an official pose, Gunter.
Everyone at school was calling Lee a f***, or your dad's a fag, and you know. And at the time, when Lee started bodybuilding and he was shaving his legs, oh yeah, you're just going to be like your dad, you know, you're going to be a queer. And the taunting and the hurt that he went through. And his father disowned him because he changed his name to Priest, which was a stage name, and that really hurt Lee. He was sort of the class clown. Lee was bored. He was bright, and because all he wanted to do by then was be a bodybuilder, this job enabled him to train